The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, Chapter 9, Part 2. Forgive? But theft was the one unforgivable sin, the common denominator of all sins. When you kill a man, you steal a life. You steal his wife's right to a husband, rob his children of a father. When you tell a lie, you steal someone's right to the truth. When you cheat, you steal the right to fairness. There is no act more wretched than stealing. Hadn't Baba sat me on his lap and said those words to me? Then how could he just forgive Hassan? And if Baba could forgive that, then why couldn't he forgive me for not being the son he had always wanted? Why? We are leaving, Agha Sahib, Ali said. What? Baba said, the color draining from his face. We can't live here anymore, Ali said. But I forgive him, Ali, didn't you hear? Said Baba. Life here is impossible for us now, Agha Sahib. We are leaving. Ali drew Hassan to him, curled his arm around his son's shoulder. It was a protective gesture, and I knew whom Ali was protecting him from. Ali glanced my way, and in his cold, unforgiving look, I saw that Hassan had told him. He had told everything about what Asif and his friends had done to him, about the kite, about me. Strangely, I was glad that someone knew me for who I really was. I was tired of pretending. I don't care about the money or the watch, Baba said, his arms open, palms up. I don't understand why you're doing this. What do you mean impossible? I'm sorry, Agha Sahib, but our bags are already packed. We have made our decision. Baba stood up, a sheen of grief across his face. Ali, haven't I provided well for you? Haven't I been good to you and Hassan? You are the brother I never had, Ali, you know that. Please don't do this. Don't make this even more difficult than it already is, Agha Sahib, Ali said. His mouth twitched, and for a moment I thought I saw a grimace. That was when I understood the depth of the pain I had caused, the blackness of the grief I had brought onto everyone, that not even Ali's paralyzed face could mask his sorrow. I forced myself to look at Hassan, but his head was downcast, his shoulders slumped, his finger twirling a loose string on the hem of his shirt. Baba was pleading now. At least tell me why. I need to know. Ali didn't tell Baba, just as he didn't protest when Hassan confessed to the stealing. I'll never really know why, but I could imagine the two of them in that dim little hut weeping. Hassan pleading him not to give me away, but I couldn't imagine the restraint it must have taken Ali to keep that promise. Will you drive us to the bus station? I forbid you to do this, Baba bellowed. Do you hear me? I forbid you. Respectfully, you can't forbid me anything, Agha Sahib, Ali said. We don't work for you anymore. Where will you go? Baba asked. His voice was breaking. Hazarajat. To your cousin? Yes. Will you take us to the bus station, Agha Sahib? Then I saw Baba do something I had never seen him do before. He cried. It scared me a little, seeing a grown man sob. Fathers weren't supposed to cry. Please, Baba was saying, but Ali had already turned to the door, Hassan trailing him. I'll never forget the way Baba said that, the pain in his plea, the fear. In Kabul, it rarely rained in the summer. Blue skies stood tall and far, the sun like a branding iron searing the back of your neck. Creeks where Hassan and I skipped stones all spring turned dry, and rickshaws stirred dust when they sputtered by. People went to mosques for their 10 rakats of noontime prayer and then retreated to whatever shade they could find to nap in, waiting for the cool of early evening. Summer meant long school days, sweating in tightly packed, poorly ventilated classrooms, learning to recite ayats from the Quran, struggling with those tongue-twisting exotic Arabic words. It meant catching flies in your palm while the mullah droned on, and a hot breeze brought with it the smell of shift from the outhouse across the schoolyard, churning dust around the lone rickety basketball hoop. But it rained the afternoon Baba took Ali and Hassan to the bus station. Thunderheads rolled in, painted the sky iron grey. Within minutes, sheets of rain were sweeping in, the steady hiss of falling water swelling in my ears. Baba had offered to drive them to Bamiyan himself, but Ali refused. Through the blurry, rain-soaked window of my bedroom, I watched Ali haul the lone suitcase carrying all of their belongings to Baba's car, idling outside the gates. Hassan lugged his mattress, rolled tightly and tied with a rope on his back. He had left all of his toys behind in the empty shack. I discovered them the next day, piled in a corner just like the birthday presents in my room. Slithering beads of rain sluiced down my window. I saw Baba slam the trunk shut. Already drenched, he walked to the driver's side, leaned in and said something to Ali in the back seat. Perhaps one last-ditch effort to change his mind. They talked that way a while, Baba getting soaked, stooping, one arm on the roof of the car. But when he straightened, I saw in his slumping shoulders that the life I had known since I had been born was over. Baba slid in. The headlights came on and cut twin funnels of light in the rain. If this were one of the Hindi movies Hassan and I used to watch, this was the part where I'd run outside, my bare feet splashing rainwater. I'd chase the car, screaming for it to stop. I'd pull Hassan out of the back seat and tell him I was sorry, so sorry, my tears mixing with rainwater. We'd hug in the downpour. But this was no Hindi movie. I was sorry, but I didn't cry and I didn't chase the car. I watched Baba's car pull away from the curb, taking with it the person whose first spoken word had been my name. I caught one final blurry glimpse of Hassan slumped in the back seat before Baba turned left at the street corner where we had played marbles so many times. I stepped back and all I saw was rain through window panes that looked like melting silver.